So, hi guys, welcome to our first vlog basically. And we thought we'd start this off that we're starting basically with Drunk Adventurers with 10 things you might want to know about us and things that people actually keep asking us. And we start out with something we had to really think about, which is, what's your names?
My name is Olufolajimi Modipe, but I go by Modipe because Olufolajimi Modipe is rather long and difficult for people to remember.
My name is Philip, but as you might have noticed, a lot of people call me Pippo. Basically, my friends call me Pippo, which is very common at this point. So for you, it would be Mr. Philip. Thank you. Another question we got is, where are you actually from? Because as you can tell, we might be from different places.
Yeah. I'm originally from Ghana. I'm Ghanaian. Even though I have a very strong Nigerian name, I know I'm Ghanaian, and I'm currently living in Switzerland.
So I'm German born and bred, and it is actually confusing to other Germans when they hear me talk because the fact that we live so close to the Swiss border means I have a very strong local accent, which mainly sounds like I'm actually Swiss German for a lot of people, but German.
So, something everybody wants to know is, why did we start Drunk Adventures? Well, we started it to pursue both our hobbies. My hobby is cooking and, of course, drinking cocktails. No, just kidding. Just cooking. But I do like to drink cocktails.
So for me, the hobby would be photography mainly. I'm into photography since a bunch of years. I started with macro photography, so tasty bucks can cook with those two. Probably didn't want to though so far. Might become in the future. And I also like to do cocktails actually. We have a really well-stocked bar in our house.
So yeah, it was combination of both our hobbies into one, and we decided why not try it out so that way we could keep up with our hobbies and also enjoy great cocktails and great food.
So Dupsy, we got another question from the people, which is, what is your favorite food?
I don't have a favorite food actually. I'm very picky with foods. I don't have a favorite food. I just know I love fish and seafood. So I'm willing to eat anything that has fish and seafood in it.
For me, it's also quite difficult actually because I like a lot of different types of foods from different countries. I like it very flavorful. I am not one of those white people who think avocados are spicy. And if I was stuck in Groundhog, sorry, it's like my people, we're suffering. It's a stereotype though. Yeah. That's very cut. So if I was stuck in Groundhog Day, it would be very easy for me. Every day, Taco Tuesday. That's it. I think Mexican food is great.
Yeah, he loves Mexican food a lot.
A related question to this, what are our favorite liquors, our favorite spirit?
I will definitely go for rum. I can drink rum anytime. I think it's a very good spirit. It's very changeable. So it's great. I like rum.
Yeah, adapts to a lot of cocktails.
Yeah.
For me, it's a seasonal thing, but for summer, I also have to go with rum because that's like basically my favorite, all the different types, mainly the aged ones. And in winter, I actually also really enjoy a nice glass of single malt or cognac, also in cocktails. Something that people seem to realize about the two of us, we are very different characters. So we got the question a few times, are we actually introverts or extroverts?
I am definitely the extrovert one in this couple.
Really?
Yes. I love to talk. I'm a people person, I'm a social person. I like all of that. So I'm definitely an extrovert. But at the same time, I do think that I like my personal time as well, but maybe not as much. I am definitely an extrovert.
To clearly agree with that. On my side, people think I'm an extrovert, but I'm not actually. I'm actually quite introverted. I don't really like to spend my time with too many people. I'm very selective about groups and outings and stuff, because for me, I just love my me time alone in silence, which obviously doesn't happen if she's here. But in general, I prefer to be a bit calmer. Of course, because of my job, I'm also capable of talking a lot and presenting in front of people, networking with people, talking with people. I'm just faking it.
Fake it till you make it.
That's it. So, kind of related to this question, are we optimists or pessimists? Dubs?
I'm definitely an optimist. I want to think the best of everyone, of the world. I want to change the world for the better. So I'm definitely an optimist. And I think it makes life easier to be an optimist because it gives you something to look forward to, as opposed to being a pessimist, which
I might be. The way I drink very fast, I'm obviously a glass half empty type of person. So I'm more of the pessimist because I think a lot about like what ifs, and I'm very skeptical when I meet people or about situations in life. So I tend to be more on the skeptical and pessimist side in general. Then seeing how basically our focus for this blog is food and drinking with a bit of traveling and stuff on the side when we can afford it, one of the main question is, what do you guys actually eat if you would have the option to eat this thing for the rest of your life and nothing else?
I would definitely eat grilled tilapia with ground pepper, just like Ghanaian style. I will not eat it with anything, just the fish and the pepper. That's all I need in this world. I could eat that every single day. I think there actually have been points where I've eaten that for days and days and days. So I could definitely live on a deserted island if I had the ability to grill my fish and make my pepper. I'm good.
Was actually a really difficult question for me initially because I thought like, well, going to boil it so I will eat caviar with champagne for the rest of my life, but that would probably suck really quick. So it's not so easy because then you say, well, pizza? Could eat pizza every day actually. I'm not going to lie, but would probably be fat within 6 months then. So I thought back like, didn't I already spend weeks and months of time where I had the lunch, the same thing every single day? Canned tuna. Canned tuna it is.
Yeah.
Because it's
He
basically,
can eat canned tuna.
it's gains in a can.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's disgusting.
All the bros are agreeing. It's
It's-
canned tuna. It's the chicken of the sea.
It's so bland. I can't
Protein.
even eat canned tuna once. How much more every day?
Protein.
Never.
Eat for success.
Grilled tilapia it is.
Don't listen to her. She doesn't want you to be great. Another really not so easy question is, if you had to decide for the rest of your life, is it aperitivo or digestive? Do you drink before or after your dinner?
I'll definitely go for the aperitivo because I normally don't even have dessert with my meals. So there's no space for a digestive after I've eaten. I just feel like I'm just too full, or I just don't feel like it ever. So definitely a nice glass of champagne before, or a nice cocktail to start off the meal is a perfect way for me actually.
Obviously, with my favorite choices of liquor, which are like rum, cognac, and whiskey, I would be torn towards having a digestive after eating. But seeing how I, anyway, no matter where we go to eat, will have an espresso after eating, I actually have to opt for the aperitivo in this case too. Nice glass of champagne or sparkling wine to kick off a nice dinner. That's great.
That's perfect.
And then, last but not least, a very insulting question you guys have asked us. Something that really pains me in my heart. It hurt my soul. You guys asked if we're now finally going to post regularly.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it could happen like regularly, like every 6 months. I don't know.
No.
We actually try.
We're gonna try and do better, but life sometimes gets in the way, so I'm sure everyone understands that.
We're also lazy.
Yes, and we are also lazy. We tend to sleep a lot.
But she says I shouldn't say that.
Yeah. So we're gonna definitely try to keep up with our posting and also updating our recipes on our blog because people want to know what we are doing, what we're putting into our drinks. So that's
It's
gonna be.
roofies, mainly.
Oh god. He's lying. It's not. Yeah. I bet you guys are all thinking we're a little bit crazy. Actually, we are, but I guess that's what makes us interesting. And that's the end.
So we hope that it was interesting for you, and if you find any more questions, stuff you want to know from us, then just let us know. Write us a DM, slide into those DMs on Instagram, and then maybe we come back to it in our next vlog in like a year.
Bye.